Should be a very tactical game tonight. Both teams, Greg, relying on execution in the half court.
Yeah, and that requires ball movement, player movement. You can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Following the miss by DeAndre Ayton. Here's Nurkic. Sinks it after the cagey pump fake.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Ball against Smith. Paul outside. 16 feet away. And the jumper is good.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Here's Simons. Devin Booker picking up that last basket.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket. DeAndre Ayton, the first pick of the 2018 draft. He was obviously the consensus #1 at the time. So hard to pass on a center like him who's got size, athleticism, and an elite vertical threat at the cup.
And here are the Trailblazers now, following the basket by DeAndre Ayton.
And this is what they're asking for from Dennis Smith Jr. Keep your eyes up and be ready to make a play for your teammates.
Here's Ayton. Takes it off the glass.
And that was a loaded 2018 draft class. Not just Ayton, but Doncic and Trae Young as well.
Yeah, there were some question marks early in his career about whether that was the right selection. But boy, Ayton has been a tremendous fit for them. This guy's upside is still so high.
Crowder, the pass to Booker. Launches it. And Crowder with the basket on the assist by Booker.
You simply can't give this guy open looks. Jay Crowder is one of the best 3-and-D players in the league.
Back to Smith. Passes it to Powell. The 3. And another 3 for Portland.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Booker outside. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Into the lane. Nurkic with the block.
And that 7'2" wingspan for Nurkic, he can just gobble up shots. He knocks that one away with authority.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Little. McGee with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Smith scanning the floor. Shoots over McGee. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Trailblazers out in front, leading by just 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And regarded as one of the best leaders in the game today, Chris Paul opening about how his team works together.
With anything, whether it's business, work, relationships, whatever, it's communication. And I think that's something that we're doing an amazing job of right now. And that's communicating, talking through things, and making sure, even when it gets tough, that we continue to communicate.
And with this younger team, it's got to be easier for Chris Paul to lead as that elder statesman.
Yeah, at times in the past, veteran teammates didn't appreciate his constant input. Credit these younger guys, though, for soaking it in.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Portland.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
And what passing we've seen from this group already, too. They could put up a big number in the assist column by the end of this one.
Larry Nance out there with Cody Zeller. Then it's Little. Then it's Dennis Smith. And it's Snell in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the three-point shot of Mikal Bridges seemed to abandon him early in his NBA career. Coach Monty Williams said he developed a hitch in his release. But Bridges got in the lab with the coaching staff, changing his shot midway through season 2. And the results speak for themselves. Guys?
He had a career year shooting, that's for sure. I admire his work ethic. D.A., thank you. Little gets the bucket. Little's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers. And every year we see, Greg, some incredible comebacks. What distinguishes, in your mind, those with the resilience to battle back?
I think it starts with a belief and desire. And the great ones truly hate to lose.
McGee. That's good, and Johnson with the assist.
Assisted.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Snell, the pass to Zeller. Smith outside. Zeller setting the pick for Smith. Back to Zeller. The shot, no good. Excellent D that time there from McGee. To the right side. Payne looking around. Pass to Shamet. Latrey. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. It'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. Little kicks to Smith. Zeller setting the pick for Smith. Feeds it to Zeller. Portland moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Zeller. Robert Covington comes in for Larry Nance. Powell, he's checked in for Little. And it's Simons in for Tony Snell. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Andre Ayton's checked in for JaVale McGee. Mikal Bridges comes in for Jay Crowder. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And Paul subbed in for Cameron Payne. Booker, right side. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Elbow shot, and he comes up with the deuce. Booker's got his second basket.
Well, just an intelligent move by Booker, right? If you've got to get to the mid-range game to open up other aspects, do it.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers lead by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hello, basketball fans. First up on the agenda, let's take a look at the action going on around the NBA. The Bucks winning against the Knicks in New York, and that's 2 victories in a row for them.
Oh, we all saw that one coming. Well, maybe not you, Ernie.
And now let's get back to the Portland Trailblazers, dealing with a thin margin at the half.
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close to the game it's been so far. Here's Smith. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. Trailblazers leading by 6.
And, you know, Booker might have been a volume shooter, at least early in his career, but now he's a legit #1 option for an offense.
And the rejection by Ayton.
Outstanding shot blocker. DeAndre Ayton off his feet in a hurry to send it back.
And he makes good on the layup. Ayton's got 6 points. And Greg, the efficiency for Booker has grown over the years.
And no longer forcing shots. Takes what's available to him, and I believe he can be the leading scorer on a championship caliber team.
A different look now for Portland. Cody Zeller comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's little in for Smith. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. And here is Paul. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Ayton a screen. Here's Booker, drilled from 11 feet out. He's got 6.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now here's Powell. 9 points in the game so far.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Paul outside for the tie, and he lays it up and in. Paul's got it all tied up now for Phoenix.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And stolen by Ayton. Booker with it, and Zeller picks him up defensively. Booker against Zeller. And stolen by Zeller. Rejected by Booker. Paul outside. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Count the basket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Bridges against Powell. Zeller setting the pick for Powell. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
Substitution for the Suns. Suns ball starts the 2nd half. Let's hear it for your Blazer defense.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Phoenix ahead as they dominate the last minutes of the quarter on an 8-0 run. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Norman Powell is out there with Larry Nance. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Smith in at the 1 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And so Powell will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. Smith kicks to Powell. Back to Smith. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Nurkic. Hits the outside fadeaway. Nurkic has got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Portland. The Suns shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Payne passes to Johnson. McGee sets the pick for Johnson. The shot's good from McGee. And the Suns lead by 2.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
All right, look who's coming out on the court. Come on, give it up for your play.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Tony Snell. Phoenix also making some changes. Ayton, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Jay Crowder comes in for Johnson. And it's Paul in for Cameron Payne. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Alder.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to find out what the Trailblazers coach was going over with his guys. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
All right, thank you, David.
A physical big, Nurkic embracing, going up and attracting the contact when he's trying to score.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Suns.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Now, something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes with their defense and then turn those turnovers into points.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Now here's Paul. Fires from 14, and the rebound by Nurkic.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
To the inside. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Booker dishes to Crowder. Ayton kicks to Paul. We've got 1:08 left in the 4th quarter of this one. 5 on the clock. Outside Crowder. Here's the 3. That one misses. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Teardrop shot. It drops. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Make a little noise. All right, look who's coming out on the court. Come on, give it up for your Blazer dancer. All right, 6 man, let's make a little noise for your Blazers.
Al Paul. Shoots over Nurkic. Three-pointer, Simon. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Second team.
It goes on Devin Booker.
At the line for Portland. And at the line for 3.
So the first of 3 is good, and that gives them the lead. And the second free throw drops, and it's a 2-point ball game. And so he's good in all 3 free throws, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both in.
Which loudest section wants a t-shirt? Your Blazer dancer. All right, 6 man, it's time to stand up and get loud for your Blazers.
Booker the pass to Paul. Can they get it? Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
What a shot for the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Well, you mentioned the size difference. There was a lot working against him in that matchup, but he still comes through big in the clutch.
Dennis Smith Jr. at the line for 2.
gets the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Now think back to the 2017 NBA draft. Dennis Smith Jr. was the 9th overall pick. There were many who believed he could have gone sooner, and some still think he should have. Let's see what plays with this young man's career.
And here are the Suns now. Now here's Paul. Over Smith. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Boy, what a strong take on the and one. Chris Paul understands with a level of toughness, you can make things happen.
What's up?
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
All right, look who's coming out on the court. Come on, give it up for your Blazer Dempster. All right, 6 men.
6 seconds left in the fourth. Bounce pass, Smith. Here's Nurkic. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, DeAndre Ayton.